welcome to Third Generation in the Field. Today we're going to go through all the stuff and all the gear that I carry on a regular basis in the woods. There's a lot of things that I started doing like 3 or 4 years ago that really have paid off for me, especially hunting public land and things like that. It's really paid off. So we're going to kind of go through what I carry in my pack. We're going to go through what we're going to do, how I pack my pack and how I carry it and why I do it. And then after we're done with that, Randy's going to go through a little segment on some safety stuff and some new products that we found. With the new products, we want to say thanks to everybody from Deerfest that really came out and supported us in Oshkosh there in Wisconsin. It was a great time. We met a lot of new friends, made a lot of new acquaintances. And with that said, we're going to get back into showing you what we do here. We got Hunter with us. This is my old bird dog for 14 years. He's been with us, so he's joining us being on film today. So, all right, we're going to go through what I use on a daily basis out in the woods. I like to carry everything in my pack. I have a big pack that straps onto my tree stand. I pretty much have everything. When I go out for the day. So I have everything that I need and what I need to have in the pack for a whole entire day, from sunup to sundown. Most important thing, I've said this before, our last movie was scent control. My bag that I have here is a rubber-lined bag. So anything that's in it's not going to collect odors, and it's not going to, when we put sweaty clothes and things like that, it's not going to spook deer either. But I'll give you a tip on that. And another big part to success has been rubber boots. Rubber boots are something that everybody's coming on to. Everybody wears them, but you know, they're scent-free. They're warm. They keep your feet dry. You can sit longer. You know, a good pair of rubber boots are invaluable in the woods, in my opinion. Unless you're climbing lots of trees and getting in some really tough terrain where you need a good pair of leather hiking boots or whatever, but rubber boots are part of my necessity every time I enter into the deer woods. Another thing that everybody's using is these hat lights. You know, it makes it easy, hands-free. It not so much as it the easy thing, but it's a safety factor. You're out there in the woods in the dark. You can only see a certain perimeter of what you're doing. You're setting up your stand. You want to have both hands. You don't want to be holding the flashlight, putting something that's going to depend on your life. Your life's going to depend on, you know, without seeing exactly what you're doing. So a lot of these brim hats, light hats, things like that, these things really are a safety issue thing. More than they are a convenience, in my opinion. So what we're going to go through here is I'm going to pull my pack out and I'm going to go through what I normally carry. So this pack in my stand would be on my back. I got my bow. I keep my release in my pocket just in case. You never know when we're going to come across stuff, but I keep that stuff on me while we're walking out in the woods. Now when I go out in the woods, I'm not dressed for today. It's the end of July, 90 degrees, but normally I go out with just a pair of jeans and a long sleeve t-shirt. Normally that's what I go out in the woods with. I carry all the clothes that I'm going to wear hunting inside the pack. I'm like most guys carrying all this stuff. We walk a mile in the woods, you're going to be sweaty. It doesn't matter if it's 20 degrees or if it's 5 degrees, you're still going to sweat up and you're going to stink. So that's how I do everything. I go out just in regular clothes and I shed them when I get out into the stand. So here's basically what I carry into the woods on my pack. It's everything that I need for the day, and then not only so much as what you got in it is how you pack it. I always pack it from top to bottom with what I'm going to use first and what I'm going to use in certain stages, so that I'm not pulling everything out, laying it all over the woods, whatever. So when you open up my pack, first thing I do is get there and pull my pack off. And a lot of guys have their routines and everything works. The key is finding what you're going to do to make your life easy and be able to outsmart the deer in the woods. So me, scent control, and being quiet and safe are the most important things. So normally I just get my pack off here. Set my sand to the side. Normally I get that all set on the tree and everything before I change, so that I'm, you know, while I'm setting it up and things like that, I get all set. But when I get out to the woods, the very first thing I do, open up my pack, get my safety belt, which is a necessity for any guy who's going to hunt out of a tree. get the safety belt and get it set where I'm going to be using. Usually I set it right on my stand, so before I get into the tree, I put that on right away, and we go up before we even enter into the tree. So next thing I do is I literally shed my clothes. I carry a bag, a black plastic bag with a towel inside. So I shed my clothes, take the towel, and I take my scent product, my scent away. I spray this all over me, wipe down completely, and every day I use a new towel. I take all my sweaty clothes, take them off, put them into the bag, put my clothes in there, and you know, you feel so much better. You're not sweaty, you're not sticky. Boom, you get everything off. So then normally I don't have all my clothes with me here, like my log underwear and things like that, but normally I'll put those clothes on, and then the very next thing I put into the bag is my bibs. So I'll put my bibs on, put all my other clothes on, put my bibs on, and this is how I go up the tree. I don't put anything else on, but you don't want to be up in the tree, you know, trying to put your feet through the bibs. It's just unsafe. So I put my bibs on, put everything on, and I go up the tree. After you get up in the tree, you can get the rest of your stuff dressed, the jacket, things like that. And then as far as when I get up in the tree, there's some key things that you got to make sure you have. I use some calls, some can calls. Water is one of the most important things out there. So many guys, you get up in the tree and you get that little raspy in your throat and you don't want to cough for that. Water is a big help. I carry water. I also carry a pack of lunch. I don't have that in here today. My knives, some kind of toilet paper or some kind of a napkin is good to have. You never know what you're going to need out there. Snips. But one of the most important things to me, it's actually these two. I use a mouth spray that I spray in my mouth. 90% of, in my opinion, 90% of what deer smell comes from your mouth. Your odor of your mouth, even if you brush, whatever, you're breathing that in and out. It's constantly out there for the deer to hear or smell. And I think that if you cover the rest of your body with scent control clothing, this is exposed, your breath is going in and out. The next thing is a windicator. I use this 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the stand a day. I always check the wind, make sure it's going perfect. Right now, the wind's blowing right in my face. I know what's going on, so we can control what's going on and know that if, hey, the wind's switching around, whatever, we have to get down and take a different position, even though it takes you 10, 15 minutes to change another position. You know what? It's better than sitting in a spot that you're going to get busted every single time. I carry 2 ropes in my stand. I carry one for pulling my bow up, and I have one that pulls my pack and everything up. So usually I'll hook them to both sides of my tree stand when I go up and have them hooked up so that I can pull up the stand and pull up the pack all at the same time and not have to worry about being unsafe. And then the next thing I like to have is I like to have these longer tree hangers. These longer tree hangers really help out, and you can hang a lot of your equipment on it. I have binoculars, hang my calls and stuff on it, hang my bow on it, everything, and it's right there, and you can position it wherever you want on the tree. So it makes it a lot easier when you're in the woods. And then I just carry, you know, the regular stuff, regular extra flashlights, zip ties, flashlights. You never know when you might need to zip tie something out of your way without damaging a tree, or need to put it on a deer or tag a deer or whatever. But that's basically what I use when we go out into the woods for bow hunting for a day. Pretty much everything we need to make a successful hunt. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to pack this stuff back up, and we're going to go over to Randy. He's going to show you some of those new products that we found there at DeerFest, and he's also going to show you some safety tips, things to do with your safety belt and make sure you're safe in the woods. So let's go join Randy.
All right, Greg gave his little demonstration on his backpack, how he gets prepared for the woods and everything. I'm going to talk about the most important part of our whole hunt, and that's safety. We take out a new product called the cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone nowadays. It's one of the most safest things you can take with you. It's informational. We text back and forth, letting each other know what's going on throughout the day. If we move a stand, we know it. We let each other know it. We also carry it for safety factors. If something happens, you're instant on it and you can deal with it. Secondly, we believe in the full body harness. Years ago, you used to use just the waist harness like this one. They found they're not safe. The full body harness gives you complete protection. And when you're in a tree or climbing a tree, nowadays you want the protection. One slip up, and that could mean the worst of your life. There's many types of body harnesses. This is the one that I prefer. You come with products with the body harnesses. A lot of your tree stands sell harnesses with them. And all the information's there. They're pretty simple to use, self-explanatory, and I wouldn't be caught in a tree without one. We also use climbers. We prefer the lightweight lone wolf style climber. It's easy to maneuver, it's safe, it's a good product, but there's many tree stands out there. There's ladder stands, there's lock-ons. And talking about lock-ons, we're going to be looking at some. When we were up at Deer Fest, we ran into a new product that we're going to give it a try and see how it is. The concept, everything beautiful. So we're going to give that a try. We found many products that we're going to give a try. Maybe we'll put them on the show, maybe we won't. But what we want to stress here is safety. Everything you do has to be safe. Then we do have one product that we did check out and we want to show you. And it's the Bipod by Archery Impact. It's a very, very easy piece of equipment to add to your bow. It goes where your stabilizer is. If you do ground blind hunting, it is perfect. Out west, stalking, moving around, it's perfect. You just set the bow down and you have it. You have a nut here that you can loosen, fold the whole thing right up so it'll fit right in your case. These collapse. You can use it like that. The product is a very good product. We would rate this an excellent. I'm going to stress again the safety factor of our hunt. Greg and I have been hunting together for quite a while now, and one thing I noticed with both of us, we are very safety conscious, and we've learned, you know, like everyone else, we started out, you don't wear a safety belt, you don't this. Well, as you get a little bit into hunting, you realize how you should. You should wear safety, you should be safety, and you should think safety. Your hunt's going to be much better, your time in the woods is going to be much better, and you know what? Your family's going to have a peace of mind to know you're doing stuff right. I think we've explained quite a bit today, especially the part about the pack with Greg and how we do things, and then the safety factor. So I think we're going to let this show roll down and leave you with the thoughts about how we do things. And hopefully if you can get something from us that helps you, then you're on the road to a successful and safe hunt. On behalf of Third Generation in the Field, have a good day.